Hey guys, my name's Jasmine Hutton, professional squash player from England. Today I'm going to take you through my squash fits. This is quite funny. This is quite fun. I like talking about clothes. This is one of my favourite outfits because, as you can see, the skirt's very different. It's got a mesh material, so it's a bit see-through, but it's also a really pretty colour. I like to wear black quite a lot of the time, and black and red's quite a nice mix together, but I could also wear it in white or navy. So yeah, that's why this is probably my favourite outfit. Don't know what it is. When I wear a t-shirt, I find it quite like claustrophobic, or sometimes when it's quite a tight material, I can sweat a lot more and it's more cool, so I like to wear a vest as well. Lululemon and Nike are probably the two favourite brands for me. When there's a big tennis event like Wimbledon or US Open or Aussie Open, I always look to see what a lot of the Nike players are always wearing some really nice stuff, so I always am looking out to see what they're wearing and see where I can buy that from. I like maybe a bright skirt with a darker top. I like the way that looks. Like yesterday I wore a kind of like a navy top with a light grey skirt, and I thought it matched really nicely. And I think just with this red skirt material, I just think the dark colour matches it really nicely, whereas I think if I wore a light top with it, maybe it would wash out a bit more. I would like to wear my jewellery more, but annoyingly, I'm really funny. I see some players wear rings on court and I don't know how they wear them. It's actually like crazy to me. Or even like lots of bracelets. Those are probably the two things I don't like wearing on court, but I love wearing my necklaces. Here are some of my other options that I like to wear during my tournaments. You might have seen the trusty jacket. I've probably worn this every match since I bought it. I warm up in it every match, regardless. I don't know why. It's not a superstition. A bit old school with the shell suit kind of jackets. It's one of those kind of materials that when you sweat in it, it doesn't stink. You can wash it and it stays quite fresh, which is quite nice. Again, it's not a superstition. I don't know what it is, but I think I will be gutted when I have to sadly bin this one day. But yeah, love this jacket so much. This is one of the new ones that I bought. I bought this not long ago and got it printed up. It's, like I said, it's different for what I wear. I normally wear darks. Like, see, I've got black, I've got a green. I just thought the colour was really pretty and not something I'd usually go for. I'd wear this with one of my black skirts, which I actually do have here. I'd actually probably wear it here with, I've got one of my Lululemon white ones that I actually wore this one last night in the grey. I think it's called the Pace Rival Skort. I've always loved it. It's really flattering, kind of has a bit of a nice like pleat and a bit of a puff out at the bottom, but it hugs you in at the waist. That's really nice. So I'd either pair it with that or trusty black pleated skirt. I played in this last week in Canada, in Calgary, and it was so comfortable and it was really pretty because you can wear, black, you can pretty much pair it with any colour, which is ideal. So this dress is actually a different brand. I actually got it from Wilson. I was actually talking to Alyssa Mead, who is also someone that loves her fashion and her sportswear on court, and she always looks amazing in what she wears. And she told me that she got a dress from Wilson. A lot of the time with us PSA players, we'll be asking each other where they got their kit from, and we will be copying off each other all the time. So another one I'll copy off is Rowan Arabi. I think her style is awesome on court and I copy her quite a lot. I just really liked how unique it was. It's got a high collar detail with a nice zip, and it's also backless. Well, it's a bit backless with the back of it. And I wore this against Nour El Shabini at the US Open this year. I've worn it quite a few times actually, and I just love it. I wore it in Cincinnati quite a few times this year, and really nice how it cinches you in again at the waist, and then it's a bit puffier at the bottom with the pleats, and it's just a really comfortable dress. I think it's so important that you're wearing stuff that you're comfortable in, otherwise, I don't know, I just don't feel, for me personally, I won't be performing as well if I'm not comfortable in something. Now I'm going to take you through what's in my bag, and this is the bag I tend to travel with all around the world. Big Patagonia holdall. So the fact that it is a home tournament, I don't actually have as much stuff maybe as I'd like, or when I tend to travel, I'll probably have a lot more like my electrolytes, all of that kind of stuff. I'll probably have that in my bag a bit more, but this time I do not, but that's okay. I actually got this delivered by my dad yesterday. As you can see, I use Wilson overgrips and they are amazing. I actually changed to these this year. I was using before Caracal grips, but they're way too thick for the handle of my racket, and ever since I've used the thinner overgrips, I'll use two of them together, and it just helps so much more. I feel like I can get a lot more power with my racket and use a bit more hold and subtleties to my game, which I didn't realise would make such a difference because of the grip. A lot of the things I have, funnily enough, are actually gifts from different tournaments. So I actually got these, not this year, but the year before in Cincinnati. We were actually really fortunate at a lot of these tournaments. We get given presents or like a lot of gifts from the sponsors and stuff. So this was one of them. Got Paris. Don't even know what's in here. I think, oh yeah, more squash balls. And then another one we got given, this was from Hong Kong. We got given this bag with loads of bits in it, but I actually use it now for my TheraBands, all my different bands that I warm up with, a bit of tape if I need it. So funny how like these small events, these big events even, they just give us such weird things and like we find a way to use them. I'm pretty sure Satomi does the exact same thing with her stuff. This is my Titan racket. Not too sure why I use a teardrop over a round head. I've always used a teardrop. That's a lie actually. I used a round head when I was a junior. When I used to be sponsored by Harrow when I was about 15 years old, and they had a really pretty like luminous pink racket, and that was purely why I used that racket. I've got about 1,000 hairbands because I always get stressed about traveling without hairbands. Ankle supports, I suffered a lot of ankle injuries in the past, so this is something I've had to focus on and get right quite a lot. So I always will take these anywhere I go, just in case anything does happen. They're such an important part of the game for me. If I don't have the right shoe, I don't feel comfortable moving, so that's something that's really important to me, and I'm really happy that I've found a shoe that suits my game, well, suits me and my game. This is the Asics Gel Tactic 12. I've probably used these now since they first came on the scene, which must have been like a few years ago now. And they're perfect. They are light. I can move pretty freely in them. They're not too steep, which is something that's really important to me. So, especially with my ankles and with them rolling quite a lot. There's been a few times we've been offered opportunities to try other shoes and stuff, but I just don't. I think for me, with the way my feet are and how important it is to me, I'm really happy just to stick to something I know and just trust with that.